Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. One of my favorite arcade games. This is something that I played a lot in the arcade, even though my gameplay currently, well, looks like I had just played this game for the first time. I'm very much so out of practice, but in the arcade, I could get around to stage 20, and sometimes if I played really well, I could pass like the second boss, right? Because you get 10 levels, you get a boss. The first boss for this game is epic. It literally looks like a gremlin. It looks like you fed Mogwai, not just fed him, but you took him to an all-you-can-eat buffet and he turned into a giant gremlin. This game is just absolutely amazing. My buddy Chris is the guy that kind of got me onto this game. But he's the same guy that got me into a lot of arcade games, and I got him into arcade games. That era of arcade gaming, what used to happen is you had arcade games everywhere. Like you had them in, well, arcades themselves, you had them in convenience stores, you had them in chip shops, minicab stations, kebab shops, pizza shops, you name it. Arcade machines were everywhere, and this was in our local chip shop. When I say our local chip shop, it was like 1 minute away from Chris's house, probably about 7 or 8 minutes away from mine. So I guess localish for me as well. He went in there, goes, there's this game, Snow Brothers. It is freaking amazing. And we played it, and we used to play this 2-player, and it's just such a fun game. Now, if you like single screen platformers like Bubble, that's the one that always comes to mind. It really is it's similar to that. You will like it. It plays differently enough. I prefer it to Bubble. This is my favorite single screen platformer of all time. We already have Snow Brothers 2 for MiSTerFPGA devices such as the MiSTer and the Analogue Pocket, but it's nice to get the original. The original is where I have the nostalgia. I remember bunking off school to play this game. It was just freaking charming. So this is brought to you by the CoinOpCollection. This is one of their releases, and it should be available via update tool for the MiSTer. Not sure if there's an Analogue Pocket release right now. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But if there is, hopefully that'll be available by the updaters as well. The version that you're seeing here is the MiSTer version. Now, this game, you get power-ups in this game, 3 different colors, and it's like red, green, and blue, so RGB. Unless the green is yellow, I'm completely colorblind. One of them, the red one, makes you fast, one of them gives you a longer shot, and one of them gives you a power shot. Once you combine all of them, you're running around with your funny looking feet. This game is just amazing. Hopefully many of you guys have played this in the arcade, but I feel like this is more of an underground hit in the arcade. Whoever played it loved it, but I don't know if this game is as well known as, well, most of the popular games that done the arcade. But this was released for different home systems, so it was obviously out in the arcade. Then you had like a Game Boy version, which is kind of all right. The NES version is surprisingly cool. There's a Mega Drive version, from what I remember, is quite decent. It goes for a lot of money now. It was actually released for mobile devices as well. I have to give a shout out to the recent version that was released for the Switch, Snow Brothers Remastered. I kind of bought it thinking, you know what, it's gonna be the normal version, but it's a completely like redone game. You can pick enemy characters in there. However, it does kind of suck in that version that when you buy it, if you want to control the enemies and you want to get that part, that's DLC. It's not included as a normal part of the game. And also the original game is part of the DLC as well. I didn't buy the original game as a DLC, but I did buy the enemies part for it. That's well worth checking out. But hey, the original is the original. Unlike the second game where you can move down a platform by pressing down and jump, this one you can't. If you jump up, you need to go all the way around to come back down. As well as that, in number 2, you can pick out of like 4 different characters that have different abilities, whether it's water, snow, electric. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of like the second game because of like the lack of nostalgia for it. This one, simple. You're either Nick, you're either Tom, you both have the same abilities. But guys, you've seen some bad gameplay from me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run you a replay that I got from Fightcade. So the footage from here on isn't going to be from the MiSTerFPGA. It's going to be via software emulation. And the reason that I'm going for that is because there's some really good replays of top level gameplay on there. I just want to show you what the possibilities are when you're good at this game and what it actually looks like. So check that. But while that's playing, I'll tell you guys a little story. Yeah, you guys like a story. So when we were in our local chip shop, you know, we had some characters, right? There was a character out there. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna say. Yeah, buddy. yeah, buddy. Really liked this game, and he always used to say, like, so he used to complain when this was being played in summer. He used to go, no, there's no snow, I want snow. And we used to be like, yeah, buddy, there's no snow. I mean, we had a lot of time for him. This guy was clearly special, but he was our friend. He was annoying. He used to annoy my buddy Chris a lot more, but I used to tell Chris, yo, chill, man, the guy has special needs, just go with it. And what was amazing was we were playing this game for a good part of year, so all seasons passed, and I remember it snowing, and I remember, yeah, buddy, like just going out on the snow, lying down, doing like a snow angel, and then picking up and making snowballs and chucking them at the chip shop window with the owner Phil from Phil's Chip Shop on Hanley Road, being very, very specific here, telling him, what the heck are you doing? And we're going, I'm the snow brother, I'm the snow brother, I'm Nick, and we're just absolutely cracking up while he's doing all this stuff with snow. That was the thing about Yeah Buddy. He took everything literally. When he played a game and he played a game, it had Snow Brothers in there, he wanted to play with snow, and that's what he did, and it brought like an extra element of entertainment into the arcade. I mean, this guy was epic. Then we had like the guy that said he was ex-Special Ops, his name was Steve, if I remember correctly, but essentially he was just in the Boy Scouts and he lied a lot, and he was a bit of a thief. He stole like biscuits or something from the Boy Scouts. He was in there playing it, saying that he's going to do this like a military operation, like he did, had like his little military beret hat on, and yeah, he just really sucked at the game, man. He was even worse than the gameplay you saw at the very beginning. But that was the magical time of the arcade era. That's what I really liked. It wasn't just about playing the games, but it was with the characters that you met. Sometimes you'd go to a bigger arcade and there'd be like a whole bunch of, I guess, inverted commas, gangsters in there. And you were afraid, like all the popular games, it was very difficult to get a go because these guys hoarded the game. If you played them at a game of, say, Street Fighter, you kind of didn't want to win because you would have got your butt handed in real life. So it was all the characters that you met, and Yeah Buddy was just someone that was so freaking special, man. Absolutely loved the guy, just what he did. I remember one time I was playing Snow Brothers and the guy opened up a damn ice cream and put it right in front of my face going, here, have some snow, have some snow. I started laughing, I lost the life, but you know what, the ice cream was worth more than a credit at the time, so that was freaking amazing. But guys, Snow Brothers is out. A special thank you out to the CoinOpCollection for doing this release. I know you guys know this is one of my favorite games when we've discussed games that we liked previously, so really glad that you guys have got this out. Guys, enjoy this game, grab it via your updaters. It really is fun, and if you haven't played it and you like Bubble Bobble, give this a whirl. It's one of the best single screen platformers that you will ever play. So anyway guys, with that I end it. Play more arcade games, play MiSTerFPGA, have a brilliant holiday season guys. I'll see you guys around. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.